Merry Christmas, everybody. JP from Monetha here, and as promised last week, we're continuing our video series in which we're talking about the things of our expertise and the things that matter not only to us, but also to our community. So last week we discussed what are the trust issues in e-commerce for buyers. And today, because we have raised a round of ICO, because our MVP is a cryptocurrency payment processor, because we have our own token, and because it is the end of the year, we want to talk about the significant, the astronomical, the fantastic, you name it, year of 2017 for ICOs and cryptocurrencies. So let's begin just going back in the same day last year. Do you remember what the Bitcoin price was at that moment? Under $900. Ethereum's price, $8. And the more significant fact was that the whole cryptocurrency market cap was worth $17 billion, which at today's price, and at the moment that I'm recording this video, is $540 billion. And the way I put it, that I'm recording at the moment that I'm recording this video, is because when we will release it after a few hours, it may change. The fluctuations and the evolution of cryptocurrencies and ICOs are significant. So I want to touch base almost in a month-to-month basis, explaining what happened, what was the effect, what was the cause and the effect of that, and how we will transition into the 2018 and what that will mean for cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and ICOs. So let's go back to the month of January. Not a lot of people knew about ICOs. Not a lot of people knew about cryptocurrencies. And that is empirical experience from Monetha, where in January we decided to do our funding through an ICO, and we went to marketing agencies, we went speaking with partners, and they did not know the concept of initial coin offering. To be honest, the only knowledge of blockchain was Bitcoin, the first blockchain, and their kind of general stereotypical assumption of that was that it was dark markets money. So this was really the beginning of the year where not a lot of people knew about blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and ICOs. But when Bitcoin price hit 1,000 US dollars, the media started paying attention to this round, beautiful number. This is when the regular people started paying a little bit of attention to Bitcoin, not to the other cryptocurrencies, but to Bitcoin. When it comes to other cryptocurrencies, the months of March, April, May, and June was the explosion for Ethereum. January and February there weren't a lot of big ICOs happening, but from months to March to June, this is when Ethereum really started gaining attention. Because there were a lot of big ICOs being conducted. For example, like Bancor raising $150 million, Status, then 10x raising over $80 million. This is when people understood the pattern recognition of what happened with the internet. Where internet, it is the same as Ethereum, it is a protocol. And people at first only understood the data transfer application, which at users' end application was email. They did not understand the full potential of the internet. The same as with cryptocurrencies. The same with blockchain. People only understood that as a value exchange platform. And when these decentralized applications came in, people start seeing that pattern recognition and saying, okay, this might be something bigger. This might be a protocol. And with the power of smart contracts and with the power of blockchain technology, these projects really took attention. And attention not only from, let's say, the traditional startup world, but also from the tech media, like TechCrunch, like VentureBeat, which traditionally writes about the startup funding. They did start writing about ICOs because throughout that period, there was more money raised via ICOs than with venture capital when it comes to seed funding. This is when the tide started shifting and people started seeing these articles in the mass media. This is when it was finished when it comes to the adoption of only the tech geeks, only blockchain enthusiasts. These were the months where really a big mass adoption started coming in and people were seeing these alternative coins rising, quadrupling or tenfolding, 20-folding their investment. People started paying attention to the ICOs. This is when the months of, let's say, the mid of June, August were the hot pinnacle for ICOs. And actually, Monetha was a part of it. Our ICO was happening on the 31st of August, and we have raised 95,000 Ether, which at that moment was $37 million. And as the price today is almost twice as that, the capital also has risen. But the main kind of story behind that we have reached our funding goal in 18 minutes. So you would see a lot of famous big ICOs happening. And this is when the flag for when we understand that the early adopters curve has tipped and the mass adoption starts is when the regulation comes in. The SEC started saying their positions on ICOs. Other jurisdictions also took, most of the time, the radical conservative position. But we don't blame them, because if you don't know the technology, if you don't know its applications, you take that radical position, that right position. And we believe that it is right. We welcome the regulation as we're established in Switzerland, and we comply with all its laws and even beyond. And we believe as the regulation comes in, it will bring institutional money. It will bring the mass adoption money. This is when, this is why September was a really interesting month, because the news started leaking that China is going to ban ICOs. And all this buzz was starting to fade or taking a hit. This is when JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon was saying that Bitcoin is a fraud. And of course, that's quite ironic for him saying that. But this is when you would see a big sell walls. A lot of people who are scared that this is over, that the cryptocurrency market is the bubble is popping. But the bubble was, or the market was rising because of these cryptocurrencies, because of the ICOs. I really believe that ICOs are the catalyst of cryptocurrency growth, because people saw how decentralized applications can really change the world and started putting in money. So after, let's say, I'm calling this the regulation and the bad PR months of September and the early October started coming in, people didn't lose faith. People still invested. As the saying goes, there is no bad PR, and as the saying goes, invest. If China bans it, invest in it. People still brought money to cryptocurrencies. And the majority, I would say, the majority of that money influx came in at the late November, early December months, where at the 10th of from, let's say, the 10th of November to the 10th of December, cryptocurrency market grew $200 billion. And as today, as mentioned, it is $540 billion. But this is backed by a lot of irrational decisions. We hear all these stories of people taking out loans, putting mortgages on their houses in order to invest in cryptocurrencies. This is not the right way. And in my opinion, taking a look and being at the front row seat of this whole year for cryptocurrencies, I do see that a lot of, and sorry for the expression, stupid money is coming in. And when we look back at 2017, let's say 5 years from now, we're going to remember this year as a stupid year. But this is actually what happens with all the technologies. When it goes out of the early adopter stage, there's a lot of speculation coming in, a lot of irrational money coming in. And that is just a phase, an evolution phase that we have to go through. And in 2018, it's going to be a very interesting year where people are going to see what are the benefits, what are the deliveries for decentralized applications and their products. For example, here at Monetha, we're releasing our product on the 31st of March. And you will see a lot of ICOs that have raised money throughout the summer, throughout, let's say, September. They will release their products in 2018, and it's going to really show the substance behind cryptocurrencies, the substance behind blockchain. And of course, a lot of these projects will churn, the same as it happened in 2001 when the dot-com bubble burst. A lot of these projects will churn. With them, a lot of investors will fade away, but it is a normal phase. There will be lows, there will be dips, there will be highs, but the 2018 is going to be the maturing year, the year of when we're going to shift from 2017's irrational decisions and irrational investors to more institutional money coming in. The more instances, the more cases like CME trading Bitcoin futures will start coming in. And this is when really we will establish the blockchain technology, the cryptocurrencies, the ICOs will establish itself as a legit platforms, as platforms with a lot of substance. And as the regulation comes in, which I mentioned is very important, more money is going to come in from really big whales, like really big whales. People from the United States, which are really pro-investing, are going to take more notice into cryptocurrencies when they're going to be more regulated. So 2018, cryptocurrencies are right now are an infant stage, and 2018 is going to be going more into maturing years, into teenage stage, and still it's going to be a lot of, it's not going to be very stable, but this is the evolution, this is the growth of the technology, and the most important thing is not the speculation, it's the substance behind that. So really, it's truly fascinating not only to be witnessing this crazy year of 2017 for cryptocurrencies, but also to be a part of it and to see the whole evolution. And it's really amazing. So if you have any suggestions, what our next topic might be in domains of blockchain, cryptocurrencies, trust and reputation, and mobile payments, please do write that, reach out to us and suggest what questions would you like us to answer next, whether that would be in the comments below of this video. So really was nice talking to you. Crazy year of 2017. I wish you all the best in 2018. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to your families, and see you very soon. Bye-bye.